What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. This week's episode is going to be, I would probably consider this to be the most controversial topic, but this is one that a lot of people have been asking about for quite a while. And the question is, are we still getting short prints in the current booster sets? That is what we are about to find out. So I'm on this website called infinite.tcgplayer.com. Big shout out, no copyrights as always. There was an article written by Kelly Locke, and in this article he goes in depth with he talks a little in depth about the short prints and what and why they occur, basically. So for those who don't know, for those who don't know about cards being short printed or what that term means, basically it was a phrase. It's a phrase that Konami used to help keep the price of Yu-Gi-Oh products down while also speeding up the process of manufacturing the products, which was a welcoming strategy, especially for people who were new to the game and who were getting back into the game. But eventually, over time, the cynical side of having cards being short printed is the fear that high rarity chase cards will have lower pull rates than you would least expect, and that's something that a lot of people, that everybody in the world was wanting. They were wanting short prints to stop, and Konami even said it a couple years ago that they were done with the short prints. But if you guys take a look at if you guys take a look at the set known as Legendary Duelist Season 3, we have short prints in the set. But you guys are wondering, wait, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Well, there's a few cards in the set that have indeed been short printed, and yeah, it's not that good. So to clarify the whole set, there are 138 cards. Excuse me, which include cards reprinted from LOB all throughout Yu-Gi-Oh's history, which includes cards such as Sangan, Dark Necrophile, Jalgan the Spiritualist, Gurnia, which I believe was a jump promo, as was Doom Caliber. Doom Caliber now was another jump promo that eventually ended up becoming a prize card. Necroface, even also newer cards as well, such as Archfiend Empress, Diabound Colonel, Cursed Necrofear, Dark Spirit of Banishment, and Malice. The Destiny board cards. Excuse me. Dark Sanctuary, Dark Spirits Mastery, Zoma the Spirit, Call of the Earthbound, Sentence of Doom, Evil Hero, Malicious Edge, Infernal Gainer, Infernal Prodigy, Adusted Gold, Sinister Necrom. Let's see here. Infernal Wing, Lightning Golem, Dark Gaia, Wild Cyclone, Infernal Sniper, Malicious Fiend, Malicious Bane, Dark Fusion, Dark Calling, Supreme King's Castle, Evil Mind. You got the Earthbound Immortals. You got Asilipiscu, Kokapakapu, Kusalu, Chakachalua, Kokaraya, Uru, Rarakocha Ruska, Oracle of the Sun, Fire and Oscator, Supe, Earthbound Linewalker, Greater Linewalker, Ascator Dawnwalker, Supe Duskwalker, Sun Dragon Inti, and Moon Dragon Quila, Earthbound Whirlwind, Earthbound Immortal Revival, Earthbound Geoglyph, Earthbound Wave, Roar the Earthbound Immortal, Revival of the Immortals, Offerings to the Immortals, Ultimate Earthbound Immortal, Gimmick Puppet Terror Baby, Bisdoll, Chaos number 15, Gimmick Puppet Giant Hunter, Chaos number 40, Gimmick Puppet of Dark Strings, Chaos number 88, Gimmick Puppet Disaster Leo, Gimmick Puppet Gigantus Doll, Perform Puppet, Puppet Parade, Predator Planet, Drosophilum Hydra, Predator Planet, Clammy I believe is how it's pronounced. Predator Planet Helium Forinchus, Starting Venom Fusion Dragon. I know I probably butchered that one. I know. Starting Venom. Predator Planet Chimerophysia. Predator Planet Dragostopelia. Predator Planet Trivolvertum. Predaponics, Predaplast, Predapractice, Predaprime Fusion, Predaplanning, Dark Magician Girl, Chaos Command Magician, Magician of Dark Illusion, Magician's Robe or Magician's Rod, Apprentice Illusion Magician, Magician's Souls, Magician of Chaos, the Dark Magicians, Ebon Illusion and High Magician, Dark Magical Circle, Illusion Magic, Soul Servant, Secrets of Dark Magic, Magician's Circle, Magician Navigation, Magician's Combination, Winkribo, Neospatian Aqua Dolphin, Elemental Hero Honest Neos, Liquid Soldier, Sunrise, Skyscraper, Miracle Fusion, Heated Heart, A Mercy Call, Righteous Justice, Oversoul, Hero Flash, A Hero Lives, Generation Next, Favorite Hero, Hero Signal, Magistry Alchemist, Quick Draw Synchron, Junk Converter, Satellite Synchron, Axel Synchron, Satellite Warrior, Tuning, Synchro Chase, Scrap Iron Signal, Zubaba Bancho, Gaga Coat, Dodo Dwarf, Go Glove, Gaga Magician, Automata Pickup, Future Drive, Perform Pal Celestial Magician, Odd Eyes Wizard Dragon, Perform Pal Popper Up, Smile Action, Pendulum Dimension, Mystical Elf White Lightning, Kaiser Goliath Golden Burst, Guilty of the Dark Knight Soul Spear, and Harvey's Pet Dragon Fearsome Fire Blast. Those last cards are part of the promos, but you look at this set and you think, okay, sure. I mean, we're getting reprints of cards that were short printed. Maybe they'll be easier to get. No, the cards in the set are still being short printed. But what cards are they? Cursed Necrofear is obviously one of the biggest cards short printed because of the fact that Dark Necrofear is easier to pull rather than having Cursed Necrofear become easier to pull, which doesn't make sense because funny enough, I believe you can actually run Cursed Necrofear in a zombie based deck that actually runs Fiends, so you can actually run Cursed Necrofear in that deck, which is actually kind of hilarious. What else is being was short print in the set? I know that Adustic Gold is another one that's short printed. Sinister Necrom is another one short printed. Malicious Bane still being short printed. In fact, I know that there have been a lot of content creators who have opened up the set and only pulled a playset. Had pulled a playset of Banes in a case, in a display case, but as far as like 2 or 3, maybe 4 mini boxes, 5 mini boxes, they were only able to pull one. That's how bad. That's how short printed the card is. Cards like that are. It's that bad. I think none. I don't think any of the Earthbound Immortals are short printed. I know that some of the gimmick puppet cards are being short printed. I know that a couple of the Predator Planets are short printed. Dark Magician Girl is another one that's short printed. Magician's Souls still broken as ever, but nowadays with Magic Karibo in the format, you don't really need Magician's Souls because unlike Souls, with Magic Karibo, you can actually bounce itself from the graveyard back into your hand, and then send it back into the graveyard and summon Dark Magician from the deck, from the hand deck or graveyard, and you would be able to maintain the hand advantage over your opponent. With Souls, it's essentially a 1-for-1, which makes no sense at all. Magician of Chaos is still short printed. The Dark Magicians as the secret rare promo is still short printed. Soul Service still short printed. Literally, a lot of these cards are short printed to a point where you can't get them. Liquid Soldier is another one that's short printed. I think Junk Converter is somewhat easy to get. Satellite Warriors is another one that's pretty easy to get. But if you look at the article that was written by Kelly Locke, if you guys, you know what, I'll even read the full article so you guys get an idea of why Konami wanted to stop short prints, even though cards nowadays are still being short printed to this day. The article reads, and I quote, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a lot of different card rarities to contend with. Most players know the difference between a common, super rare, ultra rare, or secret rare, but what about the collector's rares? What about collector's rare, starlight rare? Okay, so you might even own a few of those, but what about dual terminal parallel rares, shadow foil rares, obscure tournament pack rarities? That's a lot to remember. I don't blame anyone for confusing official rarities, and I definitely don't blame players who can't remember every unofficial or semi-official rarity. There's one rarity that's especially hard to discuss: short prints. Wherever you're at in your Yu-Gi-Oh journey, you've probably heard of a thing called short print. Short print cards aren't officially labeled and outside of the occasional comment from Konami employees. They also aren't officially recognized. That said, short prints are real and not some kind of wild story invented to explain why certain cards are more difficult to pull than others. This week we're taking a look at what short prints are and what it means for Yu-Gi-Oh! Prize, and how Konami's use of short prints has changed over time. First, let's get specific about what a short print actually is. A card is considered to be short printed if it has a lower pull rate than other cards of the same rarity in a given set. Outside of short prints, you can assume that every card in a specific rarity, from common to secret rare, has the same pull rate as every other card of the rarity. For example, Inzektor Ladybug and Inzektor Hopper have the same rarity in the Grand Creators, so they should theoretically have the same pull rate. But short prints are the exception to the rule. Have you ever purchased a display box of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Set and found that even after opening 24 packs, you only managed to pull 1 or 2 copies of a specific common? One box by itself isn't evidence of short printing, but imagine instead that you opened 100 boxes or 1,000, and you still notice a significantly lower pull rate for specific cards. You'd have much better ground to conclude that those cards were short printed, and that's exactly how the short prints are figured out. Massive card purchases by vendors provide enough comparative data to determine whether a card is short printed. Continuing on past occasions, Konami representatives have confirmed that short prints exist, but the real question is why? What benefit does Konami get by short printing cards? This is actually the wrong way to think about short prints. Cards aren't underprinted in a cynical attempt to make chase cards even harder to get. Instead, short prints are the natural result of manufacturing process that's made slightly more efficient by occasionally skipping printing cycles for specific cards. Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards are printed on a massive 10x11 sheets containing a mix of actual cards and test print information used for things like machine calibration and collation. You might have seen test print cards in the past, they have vertical stripes of different colors that the operators of the manufacturing plants use to verify the printer colors are being applied correctly. They're super quick ways to verify that the printer isn't running low on ink, and a digital scanner can also stop the printing process if it detects that a test print card has been misprinted. That's a lot harder to do with a highly detailed and very trading card, so it's not a complete solution to misprints, and occasionally test prints even make their way into packs. Which to be fair, that alone is a possibility. I've seen a lot of content creators, more so, guys like Cyber9, Simply and Lucky, open up packs and get those type of cards, which you may think, in which some people buy into the delusion that they're worth something, but the question is, are they really? That's the big question there. Let's see. Continuing on, I'm actually gonna skip that part. But to basically summarize the whole thing. Basically, he was talking about some of the biggest problems with short prints and some of the different prices of short prints. So if you look at a card if you look at a set like, say, Ancient Prophecy, you look at a card such as Pot of Generosity, which the event reads shuffle two, basically take 2 cards from your hand and shuffle them into your deck. Basically, that's basically all it does. You take 2 cards from your hand, shuffle them back into the deck, which is not even that good. It does help you unbreak, but it does nothing. That card is not even a quarter. If you look at a card like gift card, which I believe, let's see, go on Nexus and excuse me, I'll go to a random deck. Let's see here. Gift card reads, your opponent gains 3,000 life points. A card like that, as a short print, is $6.30. Is like $7. Is a $7 short print. You look at a card like say Broken Bamboo Sword. Is like $2. It's like $2. You look at a card such as Vanity's Emptiness as a common, which I believe was a common when it was first printed. It's about the same. It's about the same. That's because Vanity's Emptiness had a much more higher pull rate than Broken Bamboo Sword, because the Bamboo Sword line were all short printed. If that makes sense. Take a look, and if you also look at the Necros cards that were all released in Secret Forces, which I've been wanting to open up for quite a while, but I don't know how much a whole first edition box goes for. I'll have to take a look. But you look at Necros of Trishula. Look up the price on TCG Player. It's like 10, maybe $12. You look at Necros of Bryonic, it's $25. What does that say? What does that say about these different sets? It means that yes, just because they're the same rarity doesn't mean that they have the same pull rate. That was what this dude was getting at. But as we know. As we know, I think it was like about a little over a year ago, a couple years ago, Konami made the announcement that they were no longer going to be doing short prints, and they wanted to make the pull rate even, even in every single set that they release. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Case in point with the Grand creators. Some of the collector rare cards that you can get are some of the different collector's rares that they can get from Grand creators. You can get Water Enchantress of the Temple, Rite of Aramesir, a Mercy Teleport, Faithful Adventure, Torrential Tribute, Solemn Strike, Rite of Aramesir as an ultra rare, Faithful Adventure as an ultra rare, and of course the Water Temple Enchantress as a ultra rare. Solemn Strike, Torrential, Faithful, E-Tele, Rite, and of course the Enchantress have a lower pull rate than the ultra rares. If you look at the Water Enchantress ultra rare, you have a 1 in 80 chance of pulling it. That means you can get one. That means if you were to open 80 packs, you're basically guaranteed to you're almost guaranteed to get 1, 2 if you're lucky. But if you try to go for the collector's rare, you have a 1 in 1,400 chance. That means you will have to open up over literally close to 1,500 packs to get your hands on one collector rare. That's how bad the pull rates can be. So the question becomes is our short prints ruining Yu-Gi-Oh? That is the big question, and the answer is yes, because of the fact that while it is true that yes, it does help the pull ratios, nowadays it gets to a point where people buy cases and cases and cases and cases and cases of certain sets just to get the cards that they need, when in reality, if you guys want those short print cards, just buy the fucking singles. That's all you have to do. That's the one thing that bugs me, is the fact that Konami made the announcement, and I actually did a video on this before. I did a video on this before, about a year and a half ago, actually. Hang on, guys. Let me. Oh, I want to see about something because I can look it up on YG Organization. For the announcement that they made regarding the the whole short print thing. I believe they made an announcement about that. But I don't remember. I don't know if I can find it or not. But basically, again, they basically made the announcement. Yeah, actually, yeah, here it is. Here it is. I think this is the one. Let's see. Is this it? Update from Konami on product releases. I don't think this is the one. Nope. This is not the one. There was something else. I'm gonna try and find it really fast. Hopefully I can. Executive appointment. Let's see. I guess not. I guess not. Well, anyway. Again, they made the announcement about a year and a half ago that they were gonna stop short prints, but clearly they have not, unfortunately. But if I'm gonna be completely honest, I think short prints need to stop because by completely ending short prints, it balances out the pull rates for certain cards. Like like take the side sets for example. The side sets such as Grand Creators or whatever. If they stop, if the short prints came to an end, I have no doubt in my mind that the pull ratios for a ultra rare and a collector's rare would basically be balanced out completely, whereas opposed to as opposed to sets from the past, if that makes sense. It's just horrible to be honest. But if you think about it, the very first set that ever had short print cards was none other than Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon, which all of the equip spells that were in the set were all short printed. But here's the thing: you were guaranteed to pull at least 2 or 3 copies of everything if you opened up like 1 or 2 boxes. So if it was the case for Yu-Gi-Oh back then, why can't that be the same now? But that's gonna do it for this video. That'll bring me to the question of the day: should short prints continue to exist, or should they come to an end? And let me know down in the comments below. I want your guys' opinion on this, just because of the fact that personally I feel like short prints should come to an end for the sole reason that it'll balance out certain pull ratios, if you will. So again, question of the day: should short prints continue to exist or come to an end? Let me know down in the comments below. And that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want to see more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, which get posted every Friday, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any new content that comes your way. And as always, make sure you guys follow me on all of my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.